These TV deaths had our hearts in our throats. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 shocking TV deaths you didn't see coming.
So I am not here to threaten you. I'm here to kill you.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at the deaths of TV characters that were shocking because of how unexpected, sudden, and/or upsetting they were. Because this list involves character deaths, spoilers will be given throughout.
And friends, I did say Michael would love Jane until his dying breath.
Number 10. Zoe Barnes, House of Cards.
I saw the police report.
And I spoke to the commissioner directly because I cared about Peter and I wanted to know the full story.
This ambitious young reporter meets her end while investigating the death of Representative Peter Russo, whose unexpected murder by Frank Underwood nearly made our list instead. However, not long after Russo's suspicious apparent suicide, Zoe's digging into the details surrounding it leads Underwood to manipulate her into deleting her phone records of their conversations. To ensure she doesn't look any deeper, the unscrupulous politician then pushes her in front of a train. While Russo's death was unexpected, seeing another main character killed by Underwood so soon afterwards, particularly in that manner, was just brutal.
Don't waste a breath mourning, Miss Barnes. Every kitten grows up to be a cat.
Number 9. Will Gardner, The Good Wife.
The police were so embarrassed by arresting the wrong man a year earlier, they railroaded my client.
This legal drama had its share of twists and turns, but few were as sudden as this death. Will Gardner, the womanizing, on-again, off-again love interest of series protagonist Alicia Florrick, is representing a client named Jeffrey Grant, who's having a very difficult time in prison. The strain of Grant's treatment inside causes him to snap during his trial, and he fires a weapon he stole from a guard, killing Will. The apparently innocent defendant's violent courtroom outburst is surprising enough, but the loss of one of the series' primary male leads is equally jarring, particularly as the event happens off-screen.
Hey, what do you mean?
There was a gunfire at the courthouse, and he was shot.
Well,
Number 8. Lady Sybil Branson, Downton Abbey.
Bye.
Darling, can you hear me, darling? It's Tom.
I'm getting up. I need some help.
The intelligent, modern-thinking youngest daughter of the Crawley family, Sybil tragically meets her end shortly after the beginning of her own daughter's life. Before giving birth, her doctor diagnoses her with preeclampsia, a hypertensive disorder that's best dealt with in a hospital. However, her family doesn't want to risk moving her during labor. The doctor's fears are well-founded, however, as Sybil develops eclampsia after delivering the baby and goes into convulsions, unable to breathe, with everyone helpless to stop her from suffocating.
There has to be something worth trying.
Please, love, please. Come on, breathe, love. Come on.
The visceral and distressing nature of her death ensure it a place on our list.
No. Please.
Number 7. Lane Price, Mad Men.
Well, I suppose I accept. But don't expect any miracles.
The Price in Sterling Cooper Draper Price, Lane Price is the ad agency's financial officer. However, financial pressures ironically mount on Lane personally, leading him to steal from the company by forging Don Draper's signature. After being fired, Price learns that his wife has bought him a new Jaguar. With the weight of his debts too much to bear, Price attempts to kill himself with fumes from his expensive new car, but is unsuccessful. He then decides to hang himself in the office, shocking and upsetting his co-workers when they arrive for work, and leaving viewers equally astonished.
Get something to come down.
Number 6. Rita Morgan, Dexter.
Makes you sound crazy.
Maybe I am.
No, I don't believe that.
This show is about a serial killer who kills criminals, so it features its fair share of violent deaths. But this one caught us all by surprise. After delaying his murder of the seemingly perfect Trinity killer for most of the season, Dexter finally ends the life of the crafty psychopath, who tells him it's already over.
It's already over.
Upon returning home, Dexter discovers his wife Rita in a tub of her own blood, having already been murdered by Trinity earlier, and with their infant son crying nearby. In addition to how unexpected it is, this death's parallels to the death of Dexter's own mother, as well as the loss of his love and moral compass, only add to the tragedy.
Born in blood. Both of us.
Number 5. Adriana La Cerva, The Sopranos.
But I've been fucking cooperating!
You've been giving us shit, and I've had it. I want you wired up.
Like the last entry, this one comes from a show that doesn't shy away from death. However, Adriana getting whacked is particularly memorable. The girlfriend of Tony's protege, Christopher Moltisanti, Adriana turns informant for the FBI to keep herself out of prison.
There's this guy, his name's Matouche. He's a drug dealer. He did it, I swear, not me.
After Christopher finds out, Adriana receives a call from Tony, who tells her that Christopher has tried to kill himself. So he sends Silvio Dante to drive her to the hospital. Adriana's slow realization that she's about to be killed, as well as her tearful, futile attempts to escape her imminent murder, are absolutely heartbreaking. Number 4. Lieutenant Colonel Henry Blake, MASH.
Henry Blake's plane was shot down over the Sea of Japan.
The easygoing commanding officer and senior surgeon of this show's central MASH unit, Colonel Henry Blake departed the Korean War after being discharged. However, the rest of the cast learns soon after via radio that their former CO's plane has been shot down over the Sea of Japan while returning home, and everyone on board has perished. Blake's death wasn't just a surprise to the audience, though. The actors were not told about it until filming, which made their reactions all the more authentic, and therefore all the more emotionally impactful. Number 3. Hank Schrader, Breaking Bad.
Police! Drop your weapons!
Just when Walter Heisenberg White looked like he was set to be arrested by his DEA brother-in-law Hank Schrader, Walt's white supremacist allies arrive and get into a shootout with Hank and his partner Steve Gomez. While Steve dies in the crossfire, Hank survives, and Walt begs for his relative's life, even offering millions of dollars.
80 million. And all you've got to do is let him go.
However, Agent Schrader is finally one step ahead of Walt and realizes that Jack, the neo-Nazis' leader, has no intention of sparing him.
You're the smartest guy I ever met. And you're too stupid to see. He made up his mind 10 minutes ago.
After one final taunt, Hank is executed mid-sentence, leaving Walt and the audience in complete shock. Number 2. Omar Little, The Wire.
I got the shotgun. Got the briefcase.
A fan favorite, Omar Little's Robin Hood-esque mission to rob criminals in his neighborhood brings him into conflict with many of the series' most dangerous characters. However, his demise comes at the hands of a most unexpected source, a young boy. While inside a convenience store, Omar sees the boy Kennard and dismisses him as a potential threat, only for Kennard to shoot him in the head. To see a beloved character that survived so many other seemingly more hazardous situations exit in such a way is utterly dumbfounding. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
I'll be fine.
Your shirt. Tara?
Back to it.
Number 1. Robb and Catelyn Stark, Game of Thrones. After previously clashing with Walder Frey over a marriage alliance, King in the North Robb Stark, his mother Catelyn, his wife, and his bannermen all attend the wedding of Robb's uncle to one of Walder's many daughters.
The wine will flow red, and the music will play loud, and we'll put this mess behind us.
Walder never forgets a slight, however, and allying himself with traitorous members of Robb's own army. proceeds to have Rob's family and men slaughtered. While the execution of Rob's father, Ned Stark, the ostensible protagonist in Season 1, was also quite unexpected, the appalling manner of death at the now infamous Red Wedding cemented these as the most gut-punchingly shocking deaths in TV history.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.